I'm here to do our weekly readings every Saturday and Sunday. I don't know if I was live a few minutes ago because my phone just showed it off. Anyway, let's get started. So tomorrow, February the 1st, we have Leo at 13 degrees in astrology as the full moon. So what is that going to mean for everybody? Well, full moon means harvest. It falls into the center of Leo at 13 degrees, which means that this month ahead is going to all signify that we have to be unapologetically authentic. So, because it is a heavy Aquarius pileup right now with the Sun, you have Mercury, you have Venus, you have Mars, and you have Pluto, all in Aquarius, there's a massive tug of war between the individual Leo and the collective Aquarius. Hey, Anne, nice for you to join me. So, I'm going to be doing all of the signs next, but right now we're just going to jump on and do a few readings for my following now. All right, so I'm just going to do a few readings, and because I do have the signs to do. Hope you're all doing wonderful. Just a reminder, we have Mercury retrograde coming up this month. So don't be all excited about February yet. February, we have Valentine's, we have Chinese New Year, and we have this full moon in Leo and Mercury retrograde beginning. We're in the shadow period coming in a few weeks actually. When is Mercury retrograde? All right, so we have tomorrow, full moon in Leo. And then we have February the 13th or 14th, depending on where you're located. We have Saturn entering Aries. And that's the start of a 2-year cycle of self-discipline, which I'm going through my Saturn retrograde. So I will be needing to pay attention. February the 17th is the solar eclipse in Aquarius. This would be chaotic, but it will cause new beginnings. And then you have February 25th, which is your Mercury retrograde in Pisces. All right. So for those who want to check into their energies, see what is going on, if a particular person is coming back, you get to ask one question and nobody's guaranteed. However, I am willing to jump on and actually share a little bit, all right? So who would like to ask a question? I only see a few of you jumping on. Oh, what, Anne? Let's see what's going on with you. Let me see. I'm going to grab, I hope everybody can hear me okay. All right. So, yeah, I didn't want to go on too late today, and I do have a client this afternoon, so thought I started to come on this morning, and I don't know why, but I was just felt hesitating. All right, and so this card represents self. Look, you're advancing. It looks really, hello, Bella. I hope you're doing well. It looks like you have the Ace of Wands, which means your spark, your desire, you're advancing. You're actually going up, whether your vibration is ascending. This is what I'm getting. Your vibration is ascending. You're elevating yourself. You are rising up. Your counterpart, you no longer want to manifest him. And so your situation, you still don't want to begin anything new. I'm just moving my stones. My stones are in the way here. So the advice, your challenges, what's hidden. Ooh, it's a lot of fire in this for you. Next steps. I have a little chart here because I have quite a few of them here and I don't want to get them mixed up. The lesson, the higher power, personal issues, and yes, the outcome potential underneath the deck. A lot of fire here. A lot of fire. All right, so you have a lot of fire, which is okay because we're heading into a Leo moon, and so this is aligning with you. Hey, I tried to go and do this earlier so that you didn't have to wait so late. I am so sorry that you had to. All right, so this looks like your vibration is ascending and you want to know how close are you to achieving what you're out to do. I see here that you seem to be elevating yourself a little bit. You've been advancing, you've been climbing that mountain. In fact, I just posted a short clip and for some reason it just showed me that clip for you. So basically, I think it was one with going across the mountain and then a rainbow comes up. So I'm seeing that for you. Now your counterpart is showing the magician upside down. So this is seeming to be not something that you want anymore. It's like, yeah, I'm done here. I don't want that. I am really trying to focus on anything else but that. And but it's actually in a it's kind of seeming forced. And because I'm looking at resistance instead of seeing, I don't care, it seems like there is something hidden under there that is painful. The situation is showing I'm not ready to move on yet. I'm not ready to start over yet. There is something hidden there, and we're going to look at that. Your challenge is saying that you don't know yet what needs to be changed. You're not quite ready. You are trying to make sure that you move ahead, but you're really scared of some old ghosts coming through there. So you're kind of a little challenged to having someone show up and repeating the old karmic mirror again. And why? It has a lot to do with the lesson here is, the lesson here showing the Hierophant upside down. I'm going to clarify some of these cards a little bit, but I'm seeing here that with the Hierophant upside down, Hierophant usually represents marriage. And if Hierophant usually represents marriage, then there is a possibility there was understanding values and what marriage really means. I think that there has been this belief system that you have been trying to follow through, that marriage means this, and you have to learn what marriage actually really means. And so when you get involved with someone and there is a potential for you to be committed to this person, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a commitment, whether it's a relationship two people chooses, you have to actually understand how two people choose each other, and not one needs to persuade the other. because I see the higher power here saying that not everything is fated. Sometimes there are things that are fated and you resist and you'll do the same thing over and over again because you did not want to follow through. And so this marriage was over a long time ago. Unfortunately, this marriage was over, and you basically didn't know how to let go. And so, when you didn't know how to let go, you basically just kept on circulating this pain over and over again. So, you're kind of caught in your own cocoon. I'm seeing right here your personal issue is you did not really want to know the truth, and you seeked. Sure, Maria, sure, absolutely. um, so um, I'm seeing here usually the hermit is seeking truth and needing to find out. For you, you didn't want to know. And because of the fact what was hidden was that there was energy that was moving really fast. And I feel that you wanted a result really quick and you wanted things to happen and not organically. And because of the fact that that is where um, things kind of fell apart, because the emperor is your advice that is being given, is that the emperor has a lot to do with masculine energy. It has a lot to do about control and authority and structure. And so when we look at the masculine energy, the masculine energy has a lot to do with you looking at, are you stepping into masculine energy and not allowing the masculine to actually step into their role? Because when you go and step into a masculine energy, what happens is they feminize and they don't feel it's attractive. So you have to understand that structure and you have to understand what that means, because this is not about making things happen really quick. You have to adjust your energies. And that means if you are letting them step into their masculine role, that means you have to step into the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is not in their heads. The divine, hey, Puff Daddy. Um, yes, you were in denial. It definitely shows that here. And so when you are able to step into your feminine energy has a lot to do with being magnetized, but I don't see any of your feminine energy here at all, at all. And so it was just like the feminine energy has been absent. And you were focusing so much on the masculine as your ex-husband because of the fact it was so much masculine energy here. I do see that once you understood the lesson, that what a real commitment means and what that actually empowers, and you will see that what you were manifesting was not, this had a lot to do with the commitment. You're manifesting resistance. You're manifesting go away. You're manifesting I don't want this anymore. And so what's happening is you needed to learn how to surrender. You needed to learn that there was your own masculine energy was creating your own block. It was a contract that you made a promise to do this forever, and you felt that this should have been honored in some way. And even though you said, you know what, I'm done, I'm so done this, that pain stayed there. And so what happened is there is a releasing of this promise. There needs to be a releasing energetically. And until you were able to let go, you were holding on to that promise. So even the fact of you not letting go, you were holding on so tight, you were holding on to old vows, you were holding on to old promises, and you were holding on to old energy. And all of that old energy was repeating over and over again in you. And you just felt like everything was happening so fast, nothing was really happening. I'm afraid of having a relationship and repeating that same pain, because you're manifesting from pain. You're not manifesting from a loving place. So the next steps, it's telling me to balance your priorities, to organize what it is to be in balance with your feminine and your masculine, to be in balance with you and that person. Don't focus on someone else who does not give you the same focus back. If somebody is not wanting to talk to you, or engaging with you, or blocking you, or saying, I don't want you in my life, then you do not pursue that person. You allow yourself to take a step back and say, okay, universe, I see I'm not in alignment here, but that means I'm in alignment with something else. And just allow yourself, hello, and just allow yourself to get into receiving mode, which means, what will that be? What are you going to receive? Is that meaning something new needs to happen? You need to surrender, get out of the head and get into the heart. And being in the heart means, don't tell the universe what to do. Don't tell source, or don't tell your energy what to do. You make a plan and you follow it through. And surrendering means being optimistic? No. Surrendering means that you know you have done everything. And now surrender to God. Surrender to the universe. Surrender to for yourself. Find a way to be absolutely putting that energy back into yourself. Find a way to say, I know today I have to do whatever it is that I have to do, and take that moment, this presence, that present. Thank you, Mariana. Take that present and put that towards you. Because when you are devoting yourself towards another, and that person is not devoting any energy towards you, you are sending them all of your love and light. And they are not sending you any of it back. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for unity. You're looking for a circle. You're looking for someone who's going to give as much as you give back. Your person was not a giver. Your person wasn't feeding this beautiful energy into you. This person cut you off because this person doesn't know how to deal with anything that you were sending towards them. They were overwhelmed. They felt suffocated. They felt that this was not something that they wanted to engage in. So, you know what? That means there's someone better. But yeah, you see it now, right? Yeah, so you are to take a deep dive in your belief system. You know, your belief system has a lot to do about your value, all right? There is something about your value. And, you know, there may be some beliefs that you have that may be about your confidence, about your self-worth. There is something here about you needing to write out your value of what you have to offer to a relationship, what you know that someone would find value in you. Because, you know, even if you write out and you script every single day, I am grateful for the things that I do and write them out, just because there is something here about you seeing that this person never made you feel valuable at all in the relationship. And you are still attached to somebody validating that value. And that is why this person is a lesson that you had a hard time detaching from. And now you started detaching. You think you're surrendering, but you feel the detaching because you are starting to see that there is more value to you. And as you start learning that lesson, you're going to notice a shift in your own energy. Now, that doesn't mean you surrendered. That does not mean you surrendered. See, surrendering means not resurrection. It doesn't mean you have to obey. This is not about sacrificing. This is not about all of those things that we think a relationship means. Surrendering means to take your mind out of all of the expectations that you told yourself. All of the pain, all of the wounds, all of the different things that you are energetically attached to. And just get yourself back to having a moment, like a cup of tea with yourself, and finding the time to appreciate and value and love yourself, and knowing that everything else is fine, no matter what. Because you're alive today. You are well. You have a house over your head. You have food to eat. And I'm sure you could think of many other ways that you're blessed. We are all no better than another. We all have choices to make. We all have decisions to do. But your emotions are separate from that. Your emotions are sometimes mixed up in chemistry. Your emotions are sometimes mixed up in pain. And your emotions can sometimes be mixed up in some other attachments that are not even you. So when we look at our mental body, we look at our physical body, we look at our emotional body, and we look at our belief systems. And all of those can really get chaotic when we don't regulate our nervous system. So every single day, regulate your nervous system. Every single day, be at peace with yourself. Absolutely fall in love with yourself. And remind yourself every single day that miracles can come to you in every which way. Just don't say, prove to me I'm valuable, because you're depending on source, you're depending on everything external outside of you to say you're valuable. This is all telling me it's time for you to look at your self-worth and see that you are deserving, and everything may not be fated. But once it turns around, you'll see this karmic block, this lesson for you will change everything. Just let this full moon, let it do its work. Yeah, well, it was making you ill. And if you understand metaphysical healing, you'll understand that that was your own consciousness telling you you had to stop. So, yes, I absolutely agree. Nobody needs to punish themselves and to get ill because metaphysically, you know, I will tell you, I do a lot of past life regressions. There's a lot of people who hold on to a lot of wounds that have been carried on over from a previous life. There's a lot of things that are going on where people have to learn to release things that are not even about this life. And it's so hard because we never realize how we're attached to certain things until we try. So don't be hard on yourself. Not at all. In fact, it's normal. It's human. We all do it. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I know you know because there's been a lot of talks in me and you. All right. So I did see a little donation there. So I'm gonna go and take you next. My members, such as Sensei, is a member as well. So if you wanted a reading, you get to jump ahead. Now, those who are in the list, I still have lots of time, so I can certainly get to you too. So I'll try not to take so much time. And I I know that we do a kind of like a thing every week, and I go pretty deep. And so I think if somebody really wanted to see how I read, they should go and check all of the readings I've done for you over a period of time and see how that has evolved over time exactly with what was going on with you. I can try my best, Johanna Lua. I can try my best. I do have a client that is coming, so I'm not going to be on for more than an hour. But certainly, it's not a lot of you. I should get my little whiteboard and put everybody's names down. But when I call your name, you have to be here. Maria Scorpio. All right, so Maria Anna. Yeah, it's quite a few of you asking for a reading. I'll try my best, but I'm only going to be able to be here for an hour. Maria Anna. Um, I'm looking for the one who just sent the donation, which is wonderful. I'm pretty sure she had sent, it says Maria Anna. Oh, there she is. Mary. Maria Mary. It's pronounced Mary? Oh, I see. Mary Ann. Yes, there you are. What was your question? What's your question? I'm shuffling my cards. Will my twin finally? Oh. Well, I'm going to ask the question a little differently. How's that? We're not going to get too nosy in their energy. I'm going to ask it a little bit more towards yes. You're asking, is your twin going to let go of the karmic in February? Instead, let's see if there is a reconciliation with you two. All right, so let's kill two birds with one stone. Oh, that sounds so negative. But yeah, let's look at what is going to be happening with regards to you two. All right, so let's look at that. Just because, you know what? I'm gonna bring us up on my computer screen just because this will help me see the chat. I'm trying to keep track of everybody's messages here, and I'm finding it a little hard. I can read it better here. All right. There. Oh, great, great. All right, I don't really want to see me on the screen, but no, my posture is really bad. All right. Mariana. All right. Can you all hear me okay? I hope so. So Mariana, all right. I'm just gonna put my shirt here. All right, so this is self. And so this card is representing self. It's telling me right now that you two are not getting along right now. Right now, this is showing resistance to you getting along. And probably because there is a third party situation, because this is representing him. And so the situation is showing some toxic energy. Maybe when there is communication, there's some things that's being said that doesn't really feel good. And you're just looking for, looking for maybe a solution in his words. You're looking for what could be happening here. I do see that for advice, you're coming up with the 9 of Pentacles, your challenges. I'm seeing some deception here. What's hidden? I see a Tower. And I'm showing here for next steps, lesson. You have here personal issues, higher power, the outcome, under the deck. All right. So, what is this saying? Right now, it's showing that you're not being very successful in how you're manifesting. It looks like the person that you want to be getting along with, or equally fulfilling the energy between the two, it seems like it's not going, it's kind of going sideways. It's kind of like I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and that's what it's coming through for you. I see here that he is in a third party situation, and unfortunately he's in that third party situation because somehow you're manifesting it. All right, you are manifesting towards this relationship that he is having with somebody else, and that's why you're taking accountability for this manifestation. You see, there is something about your words that you say. There is something about what you say to them. It's something about the conversations that are had. You know that there is things being done out of spite or resentment or pain. I don't know. But they left home. Um, yeah, I see Maria Scorpio saying, hey, I'm not sure why. But Maria, the order, the priority goes to everybody who pays and any of my members. And so there is not a lineup that you think it is. People can step ahead if they go and send a payment. So if you think that I jumped over you, no. Priority goes to all of those who pay first. Um, so, Maria, it's showing here that a challenge that has been happening here is that somebody hasn't been very honest with you. There has been a possibility of they gave you promises, they didn't fall through. I think this person says what you want to hear and not what is true. Because they're saying here, don't focus on the big picture, don't focus on him being the big desire. In fact, they say don't focus at all on him at all. Don't focus on him because the lesson here is you're not to do the work. In fact, you need to pull your energy back. You need to stop putting all your lovely energy into somebody else who is actually using all of that towards somebody else. They are benefiting off of your energy here. And so I am seeing here what is hidden is this tower. And so this person, there's a potential that this person's relationship may fall through. They may, hey there, that I don't know how to say all of that, but so I'm seeing here that there is a tower moment. And that tower moment is not about you and them. That tower moment is about that person's life is going to, let's just say, when you pull your energy back, they're going to know you did. There's something going to shift tremendously there. All right. Now, whether that means they're unstable in their relationship or unstable between you two, but when you pull your energy back, they're going to know it and you're going to see something happen out of it. And so they are saying, listen, there is a journey here for you to really find out some truth. By you pulling back, you're going to see what is going to show up for you, because there is something that is happening for you to learn. And that has a lot to do with your own willpower, your own manipulation, your own control, because you are needing to see you have a dark side and you have a light side, and your shadow is your shadow needs to be worked on. All right, your shadow is projecting here. And so that's why there is a lot of energy that needs to be decided with you. You need to start being accountable, because I see you're wondering if something is going to happen between you two. I do see an outcome of something very fated, something that nobody can control. No one can control this. There is something that is fated that is going to happen. And when this happens, you want to make sure that you are not contributing to it. You want to step back your energy and make sure that whatever happens, it's for the best outcome for all involved. And you allow that process to happen. You're not going to lose anything, because everybody involved will have the best outcome. And that way you are actually sending love into it and not control. You are doing it through heart energy and not through pain, suffering, projection, or shadows. Now, like I said, don't focus on him. Pull your energy back. Yes, good vibes, good vibes. Pull your energy back. Don't focus on them. You make sure that the energy that you are focusing are for you. The best each day, the best experience that could be, because there's something in your soul that is calling you, and you know that. You've learned that there's this pattern. You've learned that there's this pattern, and it has to be broken. It's a loop you keep going through, and it keeps on repeating. And when you heard me say all of this to you, you're recognizing all of this is true. You recognize what I'm telling you. You know all of this. But you need to look at how this is happening right now. All right? You need to see why this is happening. It has a lot to do with your shadow, right? It has a lot to do with you needing to be in control, because if he actually wanted you back, you may not even want him. That's the thing. If he actually wants you back, would you want him? You need to look at why your shadow wants to be in control. And that has a lot to do with your head and your heart. And I know you're like, but every single day, I just feel that is the person for me. Maybe. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it is. You're asking me if you two are going to have a reconciliation. I am saying there is something very, thank you. There is something very destined here, very fated. Don't get in the way of it, because you need to see how you're interfering with the manifestation. Your own energy is interfering with the manifestation, and you are going to push him further into somebody else's arms. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a lovely compliment. Let me see if I can go a little bit further for you, okay? I think the answer is pretty clear. And for those, I'm gonna tell you, I don't feel that this is an energy of done. I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah, let go. Just let go. Trust the process. Let go. Trust the process. Let go. Trust the process. Make it your mantra. Let go and trust. Let go and trust. Let go and trust. Yeah, you have some fears in there. Let go and trust. All right, now, let's see. I have to go up to my list. I won't be able to get the signs, I don't think, until later on today. All right. If I did say hello to all of you, there's Anne, there's Bella, there is Sensei, there is Maria Scorpio. Maria Scorpio, you're next. And Puff Daddy, but the good kind. Then we've got, okay, we've done Mary Ann, we've done Anne, we've got Divyan Shamsha, love from India, thank you. And we have, so Devi, I see you on my list. All right. So that's my list so far. You too. As I go further, you're gonna be on my list too, Joanna, Lulu. Um, you come up after. You come up after I finished Anne's reading. So it was right after. I can try. Like I said, once an hour is up, I have to cut it off. I have a client coming, and so I can only spare so much time. But I'll be on again after and tomorrow as well. So for anybody who does not get to be on that list, hopefully you can join me again. So, all right, I'm gonna go and do Maria. Before, I usually was trying to get everybody's name on the list, and you know what? It doesn't help me help you, and if I try to pressure myself, it doesn't work. So, wait, did you do it already? I got to do the monthlies for all the signs, and I'm going to do that for later on today. Yeah. Yes, Maria, Scorpio, you are next. Now, I do ask everybody to help support me. Those meditations that I've been creating will really help you. So sometimes you just need to listen to them in the background and allow them to benefit you by allowing yourself to be subconsciously reprogrammed to be in alignment with what is good for you. Yes, you're on the list. All right, I'm going to start doing Maria Scorpio. Let me look. I do see you no longer taking on the responsibility of another. So that must be where you have moved on from, what's his name? Philip. Yeah, you're no longer carrying his burden. So that was a karmic energy there. All right, so it looks like you're in a fresh state. You're looking for someone who is going to no longer be a burden. I think he was a burden to you in some way. Because I'm seeing this is him. This is the energy of him. And this is somebody who was not a good energy. It looks like there's either some dependency or some excessiveness in some way. Maybe there's an addiction. Maybe that they have one. You might, yeah, very toxic. It actually shows that. Hey there at PJ ones. All right, so the situation, look at you doing all the work. Raise your standards. You need to start seeing, yeah, well, you have to raise your standards here. It's showing exactly what you're saying is showing right here. You're no longer taking on that responsibility. He's very toxic, and you are raising your standards. You deserve better. It's showing here. I'm seeing here your higher power is saying, walk away from this. And the lesson was to see about the secrets. There's two sides to every story. And what was hidden was you weren't going anywhere with this. And the personal issues is you don't deserve to be lied to. You have something here about you releasing, trusting your gut. There is something here about you don't like the fact that he lied to you. Yeah, there is a challenge because of the fact you thought this was your person or you love, and you kind of feel lonely. And so the advice is figure out why you're not paying attention to what is love and what was helping another, right? You just feel that there was a possibility that you needed to feel something, because your next step is don't focus on this energy. In fact, it's more about focusing on your divine feminine energy, because I see a new beginning for you, a new beginning. And we'll go a little further, but there is somebody that's showing up. There is going to be, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I feel so loved right now. Um, I love that when people are sending me money, but you shouldn't be sending me money. But yes, you are needing to have somebody that's going to be devoted to you as much as you're devoting to them. They're going to pay attention to you as much as you pay to them. If they are paying attention to everybody else, you do not interact with that. You deserve someone else. And this is what this is saying. There is something about you needing to you need to see your worth, because I'm seeing the situation here very loud and clear. um, I'm seeing a lot here that is aligned with what is going on for you. Yeah, you said, well, I'm just going to respond to this. Kristen Newby, you can come back, but if I say your name, you miss out. Because if you're not here, I just pass on, I go on to the next one. And I'm only doing this for an hour, so whoever doesn't get read will have to come on to the next time I come on. I will be here later, and I will be here tomorrow. I do this only during the weekends. Sometimes I try to do it during the week, but my hour, like right now, this is like almost 1:00 p.m. And so for me, it might be early, but for some of you, it might be really late. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're here, it's great, but you can certainly, you can certainly do this. Make sure you have your notification on to come and see me on my next live. And if you can join me when I come on later on or tomorrow, I definitely won't make you wait so long. But I love the fact that people are sending me money because they get to jump up and hit. All right. All right. I'm almost finished this one anyway. So I do see a new beginning for you, Maria. Yeah. Yes. So do I. I want you to come and join me. I feel very strongly I have a message for you. So I do wanna be able to do a reading for you. Yeah. Um, the message I have for you, Maria, you would not have the family, the kids. This person would not be able to have any money that would be provider. This person is not going to be a provider to you that you were focused on. This person did not want to put you can post it, but I have to scroll and look for it. So you want somebody who is going to be a provider. You want somebody who is going to have, to give you a ability to have those privileges, to be able to provide for you and children, who would want to have a home with you, who wants to be able to be in a commitment within you, who wants to be able to take care of you. Because this is the thing, this person that you just are letting go was somebody that you actually had to provide for. So you need to raise your standards, and you need to know that somebody who is going to provide for you is going to be able to show up, and you just need to give that person space. I think what's happened here is that this person was actually harming your energy field, if that makes sense. Like the fact that they were taking advantage of you in some way has a lot to do with that. The new person is coming, but you need to clear yourself of any energy that is still attached to this toxic energy of this other person. You need to see the lesson. The lesson is this person wasn't on the same level as you at all. In fact, you were like a mother to a child. I asked again, when are you going to see motherhood? They say first you have to start regulating your nervous system, start feeling a little bit like your alignment with a marriage, an alignment with commitment. Stop chasing after the dream people and start looking at why you were manifesting somebody that was avoidant or a kid. You need to see that there is a mother wound here. And so there is a reason that this happened. So, if you're doing this, what was the reason you were doing it? Because it's mental energy, it's subconscious, it's something here that you felt safe with somebody that yeah, that's why. So you want to have a family, you want to go and be able to get into your mothering, nurturing phase, then you have to see how you can be mother to yourself again. To be not a caretaker to someone else. Yeah, but that's you working out your family dynamic with your boyfriend. And that's why this was so toxic. This you weren't a girlfriend to him, you were a mother to him. Yeah. All right, I need to go to the next person. But there is a relationship coming for you. You need to look at that work of why you were trying to be a parent to him. And so once you can forgive your family, once you can go and embody self-love and knowing that you can be okay having a family and having that love that you've never had, you'll see everything being okay again. Yeah, you definitely have a man coming. All right. I have about another half an hour left. Who was the next one on my list? I'm doing Carol. Are you still here? Sensei? Sensei? Since you sent me some money, you were supposed to be next on my list. I will definitely do you next. All right. So I know Sensei was waiting too long. Um, all right, you're next. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. In fact, the card says, don't apologize. The card says, don't apologize. Hmm. All right. This is your counterpart. This is the situation. This is your higher power. This is the lesson. This is what's hidden. This is your personal issue. This is the advice. This is your challenge. This is your next step. And this is the outcome. And this is what's underneath the deck. Wow, they're calling him out, aren't they? Looks like somebody's calling him out. All right. So I'm looking at here that they said, stop apologizing, just like I was. Stop apologizing. Stop. Just basically forgive yourself for everything that's happened, because, you know, you're not quite where you want to be. You know, you're doing all the right things. You're ticking off all the boxes. You're doing all the work. You're doing the shadow work. You're elevating yourself. And the more that you align, and the more that you surrender, and the more that you feel that you're doing good, you don't feel so great. In fact, it's kind of like you're a splash in the ocean that went really, really high. And it's kind of like, oh, I thought this would be great, but, you know, being in the sunshine, it just dries up that drop, right? So it's kind of like, I was expecting it to feel better than this. And why is become, thank you, I appreciate that. I love that, everybody. Thank you. Because your person is it a paid reading? Yes. She sent a big donation. So this one here is your person. This is what represents. You know what this card represents to me when it's upside down? It represents narcissistic. This person only is thinking about themselves. Whether it is a wound, but this person is not coming from the heart. This person is not logically. This person is just doing whatever serves them. They don't care. They only consider themselves. And so I'm sorry to be harsh about that, but thank you. I appreciate that. Well, Sean, my version of evil and good may be different than your version of evil and good. So maybe, but yeah. So it's showing him not in his heart space. And not in his headspace. And in fact, he's only doing whatever he feels like he wants to do. And so, personally, your higher power says, you know, maybe it's time for you to look at your belief system. Maybe it's time to challenge what you think you are connected to here. Because sometimes we have a marriage in the 5D and we feel committed to that in the 3D. And so, morally, it seems you need to look at why this is ungrounding you. Why is this affecting you? Because this is not stability here. And so I'm seeing here a lesson about a wound. This has a lot to do with a mother wound, whether it's his, whether it's yours, but there is definitely a wound here. And it has something to do with maybe as a mother or a mother wound that was passed down and being passed down over and over and over again. We'll all just ignore the opinion that is in the chat, and if it gets too bad, we'll just release them. Everybody is valued to their opinion. So your personal issue here is there is a conflict, and this conflict that is coming has a lot to do with what is hidden. And this hidden conflict is, listen, you have been doing so much work at not being in a victim mindset. You were doing so much work not being in scarcity mindset. You have elevated yourself so much in order for you to be abundant. But you know that you're not pleased with how it all fell through. You have an expectation here that you should have received what you worked hard for. There is an expectation that is showing up here. And it has a lot to do with the advice that is coming through and saying, listen, you keep trying to elevate yourself and ascend yourself and to be better for yourself. The more you're doing that, the more you're separating yourself from someone who is not alignment with you. All right? Because I am seeing here that if this is just energy, the more that you're doing all of this work, the more you're in this drop that's raising yourself above the ocean. And it's making it really hard for someone to reach you. And you're kind of separating yourself from others that way. And so, because I see here, the situation is not appearing to be fated. It's feeling that this is just an ongoing situation that feels karmic now. And it has a lot to do with your challenge because you're not courageous. You don't feel that you have the confidence to walk and talk and show up the way that a divine feminine should. You feel like, somebody else is more prettier than you. You feel like someone may be sexier than you. You just feel like there is something lacking in some way. You're comparing yourself to your younger version. You're comparing yourself to others. You're comparing yourself to the way it used to be 30 years ago. And so you're like, I don't have those tools anymore. And so, that goes back down to the mother wound. And the mother wound has a lot to do with nurturing and care and how they felt about themselves. Because it's going back to this higher power of what do you think marriage means? Because the next steps, it says, instead of elevating yourself, get clear in your intentions. Get clear in your intentions. Have your perspective clear, have your mind clear, and have your intention clear, and follow through with that. Because instead of reacting from a wound, you are reacting from something that is actually, you can't mess it up. Because this is where it is, your emotions need to take a step back and allow your mental energy. This is about a lot of grounding energy here, a lot of fire and a lot of grounding. You're the fire, and this person needs to be able to, I am seeing that this person is the one who's making you unhappy, and the person is making you unhappy, and really this person should have no power on how you feel. And so I am seeing here that you are you're not to be doing all the work. You got to stop pursuing someone and doing all the work here. In fact, you have to hand over the reins. No, I didn't call you. You have to start realizing that this person won't see the value in you if you don't see the value in yourself. This person is not going to see the potential in you if you do not see all the potential in yourself. You know, you are thinking love is enough. You are thinking, I figured out how to get my abundance right. But now you're struggling with looking at yourself in the mirror and seeing everything is as it should be. And this is a lot to do with you trying so hard to elevate yourself because you feel, if I can just get there, I can have it. You are already the leader. You are already enough. You overcome every challenge in the book. You've made your money work for you. You've made your health work for you. You are manifesting. Once you get it out of your head that it has to be a certain belief system, a certain expectation, a certain way that you are expecting things to be. The conflict is within yourself because you're still struggling with not enough. You're struggling with thinking manifesting will solve those problems. And manifesting does not solve any problems. Manifesting mirrors your energy. That's all. Manifesting won't bring this back. You need to pay attention to the truth. Love is already earned by you. You just need to see how to receive it. Because you've never really experienced it without the toxic energy before. And once you see that you don't have to walk away, that this is all mirrors what is going on inside of you. All right. And as much as you try and try and try, I think that's what it is the heart doesn't have a mind. And the heart doesn't have a mind. And neither does he. Yeah. It's going to happen very slowly. Allow it to unwind. You're going to see a transition happen here. All right. I am... Well, that's because of all the love you gave me. I might have enough for maybe 1 or 2 reads. Watch everybody abandon me now. Oh, I'm not going to say that out loud. Joking. Not joking. Making a comment from an expectation. All right. Devi Yanshamara, are you here? Devi. Joanna Lua, you're next too. Thank you. I've got Devi Yamshamaraya, and I've got Joanna Lula. And if I can fit in one more, I will do that. One more. Christine Newby, or that damn OJ. Someone else donate it? Oh, PJ! You're going next. All right, we'll do PJ next. I was trying to see if I can get, oh my goodness, this list is so long. All right. All right, PJ. Sorry, my list is so long. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I'm not doing this to give you guys a hard time. I just, I have a client coming in about 40 minutes. Oh, you want me to tell you the dirt, do you? All righty, I'll tell you the dirt. All right, his name is Richard, eh? All right, the question is Richard and you... Oh, that's so funny. So is Richard interested in you? For some reason, I'm still shuffling. I'm just doing what, I'm waiting for them to say stop. Ooh, look what's coming out. All right. If you're wondering, the person is not involved in another connection. The situation is saying this is which is good. It's not a karmic block. All right. So there's some movement here. The higher power, that's not deception. That is being clear. All right. Lesson, being open. Something being, you need to know what this is hidden. And your personal issue. The advice. The challenge. Your next step. And being outcome. Under the deck, you asked the question, is he interested in you romantically or is it one-sided? No, it's not. All right, I have here that this person you earned. I don't know if you have past life together or, thank you. I appreciate somebody giving me a beautiful compliment. I don't know if this is a past life between you two, but I definitely see you are being pursuing somebody that you work with. Do you work with them? Because I think this is a possibility that you work with this person. Or yeah, right. Yeah. What do you mean, how do I know? Did you see my readings? I know you didn't mention that. That's why I don't pay attention to what you guys are telling me. Did you see that, everybody? She asked me, how did I know that? All right. If you're wondering if he's involved with somebody else, he's not. That's all right. If you're curious, wondering if he was involved with somebody else, he is not. In fact, the situation is not something that you are blocked. It's not something you have to surrender to. You actually are open here, all right? I think that this person is open to you. I do see that the higher power says you need to be honest. You need to be truthful. And personally, what's hidden is, okay, you may not want to hear this. What's hidden is there's a possibility you could lose some money in this. I don't know if that means you might get demoted or there could be some trouble with you two working together, what that means, but there's something hidden about you maybe losing some money here, all right? They may be able to be promoted. I don't know. I see that. Personally, you have your guard down. Usually when you are involved with somebody, you put them ahead of you. You put them as a priority. Yeah, but you'll just have to understand. Be a little guarded. Pay attention to making sure, ensuring that you're not doing anything wrong. All right, just be aware of the law, the rules, HR, whatever it is. You just have to understand that watch the rules or the contracts, or just pay attention here, because I definitely see there is a lesson about being too careless here. So I do see you can be nurturing, you can be caring, you can be friendly, but be careful of you winning or them winning at all costs. There's competition with you two at work, I think. There's just be aware that there is, I'm going to tell you, there's the two of you, I think, are fighting for a promotion. And so don't lose the promotion and maybe eventually lose him, and then you have nothing. Like, make sure you follow through with the promotion for yourself. Like, keep him separate from this. And you know what? Because this whole thing is talking about the promotion. The outcome, this is the outcome. You're going to be recognized. You're going to be recognized for you being professional about all of this. You can be nurturing. You're actually showing here to work together on this. Yeah, you both have to work together. You have to work as a team. Don't work against each other. Work together as a team. You do better together. You're yeah, you're gonna find love here. You are gonna find love here, but that's because, yeah, if this could end up being an affair, this could be something where this person may, I'm seeing a lot of things about work, and you're both after the same promotion, and eventually, so what you have to think clear is, if this relationship ends, will it impact your job? And so go to it being careful and being nurturing, and allow this to evolve over time. You can be honest. You can say, hey, this is something that is really growing here. You can get really close, watch it, match his energy. Absolutely. There is a lot of energy here, that it seems like there is a new beginning here, but you have to be careful, because you could potentially lose some money here if you don't do it wisely. That's what I'm showing here, but definitely it's not one-sided. This is something that's definitely going on between the two of you. Yeah. Listen to your gut. Hey, it's been a while. Yes. Yeah. Listen to your gut, follow your intuition, understand what feels right to, towards yeses and nos. Don't cross any boundaries where that you could lose your job. And you need to pay very much attention to being honest and, being professional no matter what, because that's what this is saying here. You need to get very clear in your perception of what is going on here, and if there's a potential that a relationship between you two, if it ends, could impact your job, or if there is a promotion, could a relationship between you two affect your promotion. So that's the thing. It's important for you to pay attention to that. What kind of work do I do? Well, I am a past life regressionist. I also have been working with doing readings for probably 19 years. And I also am a esthetician, medical esthetician, and I work. We are not together yet, so I'm not sure what. Oh, I told you, you're not together yet, but there's definitely something going on between the two of you. You work with this person. There is not another person in this person's life. It seems like the energy between you two is flowing. The conflict that you have to be concerned about is you both want to win. You're in competition with each other. And so, because of that, you need to work together, you need to collaborate, you need to have a talk, you need to be on each other's team. You need to know that you're both supporting each other and that you both want to win. And so that's the thing, is how can you do this? You need to get clear in your head and realize nobody nobody can go and take that away from you. You just do it, like make a plan and follow through it carefully. That's what it's saying. Don't get lost in your heart. Make decisions based on, is this a good idea for me? That's what you're supposed to follow, not your heart. Is this a good idea for me? But it's definitely, yeah, this is not stressing you out. This is not going to be, this is going to give you everything. This is not going to stress you out. There's not duality here. You two actually really can work well together. You're not overthinking it. This is definitely someone who could be potentially, yeah, understand the consequences, do it smart, and this could work out really beautiful. This is not saying anything negative at all. Yeah. All right, I might have room for one more. I do live on Saturdays and Sundays. And so I'll definitely be back later on. Yes, definitely smart to do that. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I absolutely love every single one of you joins and shows up, because this is all mirrors of how this energy works, right? I don't mind giving because you guys are you all feel good to receive. I love it. I feel so validated. Um, I don't I don't need validation, but at the same time, I just appreciate it so much. I love it. I love it. You and And a couple of you have been very kind. I appreciate it so much. But yes, I will be back on this evening. I'm going to be back on tomorrow. In fact, I don't have any plans tomorrow. I do have to go and make sure I do all the signs. I'll see you tomorrow morning, right? She's part of one of my memberships that we see each other every morning, and I do personal coaching. So, and yes, I've been doing this for a long time. All right, guys, I very much appreciate you. Let me see. Who is it that I need to read yet before I go? I do have to just prepare myself energetically to make sure I'm ready for. All right, good night. And right now for me, this is 1:30 p.m. So what time of day is that for you? Um, I don't know the time. I have a client coming in for 2 o'clock. It would be probably about 5 hours from now before I'm back on. And then I'm going to be on tomorrow around the same time I came on today. I'm just seeing if I can catch up with all of this. Oh, not a problem. Thank you for allowing me to read you. At what time did I come live today? 96 minutes ago. So 96 minutes ago, yeah, it was around 12 o'clock p.m. I live in Vancouver, Canada. So if you have access to Google, maybe you can see the time change. But it would be I'll probably jump on, I'll probably jump on around 11 o'clock a.m. tomorrow. I will, I will put something up. Oh, thank you, Anne. You get some sleep. I will have one probably waiting. I'll start it and set it up and have one waiting. I'm going to be doing one with the signs. So if you get a notification, I'm going to be doing one for all the signs. And then you will see me doing another live for tomorrow, because I'm going to probably do all the signs tonight. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so I only have time. Actually, I don't even have time. Um, so how about this? I'm going to go on for those who can. I'm sorry, I'm actually getting ready to log off. I'm going to do all signs, a big thorough read. I'm pretty thorough with each of the signs. And then I'm going to do, if I have time, I'll do another live. So what I'm thinking is 7 p.m. Vancouver time. Is that 7 p.m. Vancouver time? That's about 5.5 hours from now. Does that make sense? That would be one. I'm going to do all signs, plus I'm going to do some live reads. And then I will do another one around 11:30 tomorrow a.m., 11:30 tomorrow, just a little sooner than when I started today, if that works. Um, yeah, put your notifications on. Tanny Lists, as much as you want to, I don't think, yeah. I'm going to be doing the signs, and I always tell everybody to do sun sign, rising sign, and hey, Dawn, I'm just leaving. I have a client coming in actually in about 20 minutes. Yeah, I have a client coming in about 20 minutes, so I have to go and get her towels and stuff all ready. So I'm going to be back on tonight, and everybody, I would go and watch these readings. There was so much information in here and so many aha moments. And so for those who I read for, they absolutely seem to appreciate it. I do thank each of you who contribute to my live read, whether you gave love or sent beautiful energy or sent me beautiful tips. I appreciate all of you. Tanny Lists, Tanny Nests, you said it's almost 3 a.m. Well, then tonight you should be able to join me. And also, it's me, Namira. You should be able to join me tonight as well. Um, all right, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to stop there, and then I'll be back on tonight, because right now I'm going to be distracted because I know I have a patient, and that means I don't want to go and rush your reading. All right, so put your notifications on, look for me later, and then we have tomorrow for those who have to have me early. So I'll do early and late, and early and late tomorrow. I promise. Early and late, early and late. So I'm going to do an early one and a late one, and an early one and a late one tomorrow. Okay. All right. Okay. Love you all. Thank you so much. And remember, Mercury retrograde is beginning later this month, and we have the Leo full moon tomorrow. So it's time for you to be your authentic self and be love to yourself and choose to be in alignment with the universe. All right.